Hey chaps! So I thought I'd upload this animatic breakdown so people could have a little look at the creative process for the type Null animation. I'm hoping this sparks some creative conversation, something a little bit removed from the style of comments I would normally get on an animation, which is just the reactionary part of it. What you're seeing here is the four most dramatic changes to the animatic as I went along, because normally I have loads of animatics which are basically build-ups until the final animation is produced. So I start out at the storyboard and I'll just keep layering things on top until the animation is done. What I've got here is the main storyboard that I did, then the rough line art with lighting effects, and then going on to smoothing out the line art and adding some background colour and deeper lighting effects into it. And then the final tidy up colouring and any sort of extra tweening I wanted to put into that. I'm showing you this through one of my favourite shots to work on in the short. I really enjoyed doing the fire breath animation here. I ended up doing it frame by frame because I wanted it to look more organic, and I really wanted it to show the violent yet fluid nature in which Type 4 ends up shifting from element to element before he had the restraints put onto him to limit his power. I tried to make his movement quite fluid at this point in it. That really took a lot of effort with each stage of the animatic, which is why I think it's a very useful part of the short to show an animatic of. Most of my experience from animation comes from freelancing, so my storyboarding's a little rough because it's only me that tends to interpret it, and I wouldn't curse that upon anyone else. I would try a bit harder during my storyboarding stages if it wasn't just me doing the animation. But my workflow tends to vary from project to project. For this one, I did the storyboarding, the line art, and then the heavy shading and backgrounds, and then the final touch-up. But in my new animation, I'm actually doing the storyboarding, and then I'm working on backgrounds, because the backgrounds are a bit more important, because there's a bit less animation, and a little bit more kind of like panning shots in it. It's a bit more of a joke piece. Hopefully I'm not setting myself up for disaster by talking about it. But for something like the Splatoon intro, I just kind of play it by ear and I just do it straight through. I maybe have like one rough go around and then finish the final animation straight away. And that's what happened with the Link Logbook shorts too. They're pretty good. Maybe check those out. I don't think they got enough love. I really enjoy doing those. But yeah, if this kind of gets some nice feedback and people enjoy having a discussion about this below, I might do more of these depending on my projects in the future, especially since my workflow is so kind of erratic, because it will depend on what project I'm working on. But I hope you enjoyed seeing this breakdown and that it sparks these interesting conversations. I'll try and respond more in the comments here. Maybe a bit of Q&A. I don't know. Thank you.